Ọ bụrụ na ihe a na-ekwu bụ eziokwu, gịnị mere ha ji chefuo? If what they say is true, why did they forget? The village of Umuokachi was a peaceful place nestled deep within the thick forests of eastern Nigeria. Red earth paths snaked through the huts thatched with palm fronds, and children with chalked faces chased after goats in the sun. But behind the calm beauty of the land, there lay an unspoken secret. An ancient udala tree stood in the heart of Ogugu forest, which bordered the village. It was no ordinary tree, the elders warned. Never pass there at midnight. That is when the tree laughs. The tree was tall and wide, its roots like the finger of giants digging into the earth. The bark was dark, almost black, and the branches never stopped moving, even on windless nights. They called it Okoji Nchetanso, the forbidden tree of memory. Only the oldest men and women remembered the day it first laughed. In the house of Dibia, the village healer, a child was born with eyes that shone like moonlight. Mama, why e be like say the pikin dey look me from inside so? Asked the young maiden. Dibia's wife, Mama Nnenna, held the child close. This child is marked, she said in Igbo. This child no be ordinary. They named her Obianuju, meaning born in the midst of wonders. But wonders was not what followed. Exactly midnight, 3 nights after Obianuju's birth, a strange sound echoed from the direction of Ogugu forest. It began like a chirping of night crickets, but slowly morphed into something else. A laugh, a chilling, a human-like laugh. Gogo, 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 go, hee 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 hee. It sent shivers down the spine of everyone who heard it. People locked their doors, mother gathered their children close, and the dogs, they howled and refused to go near the forest. An elder, Papa Iroko, gathered the council. His face was pale with fear. The laugh has returned, just like 50 years ago, and a child was born, just like then. Young Obianuju grew faster. By the time she was 10, she could see things others couldn't. Shadows that whispered, birds that flew backward, and most frightening of all, the tree called her by name. Obianuju, Obianuju. She could wake in the night, dressed in sweat, her voice trembling. Papa, the tree they call me again. But Dibia, now old and weak, would only look away. One night she asked her mother, Mama, why dem no dey go that forest? Because that is where pain lives, Mama Nena whispered. Which kind of pain? The pain that can laugh at you when you beg for mercy. When Obianuju turned 17, she met Chibike, a young palm wine tapper from the neighboring village of Umuokwe. He was tall, strong, with curious mind and a charming laugh, but he was also jeering. One evening, as they sat by the stream, he asked, You ever been to the Ogugu forest? I know they even near that side. I know they even dream am, she replied. But what if the laughter is calling for help? Help, eh? From who? Spirits where they cry by midnight. Maybe it's not a curse. Maybe it's a memory, something that wants to be set free. Obianuju stared at him. Could it be? Could the laughter be a soul crying out? One cloudy night, driving by curiosity and strange dreams that torment her, Obianuju crept out of her hut. Her feet moved as if guided by unseen hands. Chibuike waited by the edge of the forest with a lantern. You sure say you won't do this? He asked, his voice shaky. I no get choice. The thing no go stop you until I enter. Together they entered Ogugu forest. As they moved deeper, the trees grew taller and the air colder. Then they saw it. The tree loomed before them, covered in thick veins, but this time it looked alive. Eyes opened in back, and then it began to laugh. Hee. Obianuju, you came. Obianuju collapsed. A scream escaped her lips. Who are you? I am your ancestor and your curse. The tree spoke, its voice old and sorrowful. Long ago, I was a woman, your great-grandmother. I was wrongfully accused and buried beneath this tree. They thought my silence would end the plague, but they planted their sins instead. Now, Obianuju, you are the one to break the chain. But how? You must remember. You must uncover the truth they buried with me. The forest no forget, the dead no sleep, and the truth no die. Obianuju woke up on her bed at dawn, covered in sweat and dust. Chibuike sat nearby, staring at her like he had seen a spirit. I carry you back. You faint, he whispered. But the tree, it spoke. I know, I hear am too. The voice dey sound like woman wey dey cry and laugh at once. Obianuju touched her chest. Her heartbeat was slow but heavy, like a drum sounding from beneath the earth. From that morning, something inside her had changed. That morning in Umuokachi, strange things began to happen. A baby cried non-stop from the midnight till dawn, his eyes fixed on a tree outside his hut. All the goats in the village ran towards the Ogugu forest, bleating as though possessed. Baba Iroke's shrine hut caught fire, but the flames were blue and made no smoke. The villagers gathered in fear. I think say na dis laughter don wake again, murmured an old woman. A curse no dey wake on its own, said another. Na person unlock am. Dibia heard the whispered. He knew they were pointing fingers at his daughter. At evening, the council of elders gathered under the ancient ube tree. Their faces were hard. Papa Iroko, the oldest, spoke first. We must ask the spirits. The same sign wey appear 50 years ago don return. You dey talk about the Udala tree again? One elder asked nervously. Yes, the tree dey laugh again, and this time it calls her name, Obianuju. There was silence. Then Elder Amadi, who rarely spoke, said slowly, I remember what we buried. I remember who we betrayed. Shut up, snapped Baba Iroko. That matter no concern today. But the others looked at each other. Something was not right. Obianuji began to have visions. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw a woman chained beneath the tree, a woman with her face. She saw blood on white wrappers, screaming, judgment, fire. She ran to her mother one evening. Mama, who was my great-grandmother? Don't ask me that. Don't ever ask that again. Mama, please. She dey cry in my dream. She dey call my name. She dey say I be the only one wey fit set am free. Mama Nnenna broke down. They buried her alive, Obianuju. Your papa no go tell you, but me, I no fit hide am again. Many years ago, when Umuokachi was struck with disease and famine, the villagers blamed a young woman, Obianuju's great-grandmother, Umuokachi. She was a healer, beautiful and mysterious. People feared her powers, and when the children began to die, the elders claimed she be witch, she dey laugh in the night. Without trial, they dragged her to the Ogugu forest, tied her to the Odala tree, and buried her at its roots, alive. They say her laugh dey curse the plague, Mama Nnenna whispered. But they lied. She laugh because she dey beg, and they no gree hear. So she cursed the tree. No, my daughter, the tree cursed them. Now each night at midnight, the laughter grew louder. It no longer came from the forest alone. It echoed through the air, in the walls, inside people's dreams. Even Papa Iroko couldn't sleep, and the younger villagers began to question. Why the elders they fear that forest? Who we bury there? Why Obianuju dey change? Some people started saying, make we go see the forest for ourselves. But the elders warned. Anybody wey go no dey come back the same. Obianuju's back began to inch. One night, Chibuike saw it clearly. A mark shaped like the Odala tree, glowing faintly on her skin. Obianuju, your body dey change oh, he said, touching the mark. I no dey afraid anymore, she said calmly. I wan know everything. She started hearing voices from the past, from the ground, from the wind. The dead were calling, and she could hear them. Obianuju stood in front of the elders at the village square, her wrapper flowing like a priestess, her eyes calm but burning. Tell me who Umuokachi was, she demanded. Tell me why you killed her. The elders were silent. I no come for fight, I come for truth. Because if una no tell me, the tree go speak, and when it speak again, no soul go rest. One of the elders, a woman, began to cry. We were afraid. We killed her because we wanted to live. Obianuju shook her head. You no kill her fear, you bury am, and now she dey rise.